Speaking to France 24, Ms. Loiseau dismissed the Prime Minister's Brexit proposal, arguing it would threaten the functioning of the European Union. The French minister claimed that Theresa May's Chequers white paper failed to stand as a valid basis to reach an agreement with the EU 27 at the end of the negotiations. She added, "The preferable option is the balanced one. The one which balances rights and obligations. We never wanted the UK to leave the European Union, but we respect the democratic decision of the United Kingdom. Starting from that point of view, we simply say that the future relationship has to be balanced. The more rights the UK is looking for, the more obligations it has to abide with. This is simple. You can have a free trade agreement, you can have an enriched free trade agreement, you can have the situation of Norway, but you cannot have the benefits of Norway with the obligations of Canada. For instance, this doesn't make sense. It comes as European Council President Donald Tusk announced last week that a Canada deal was still on the table for the UK. Brexit news. French Europe Minister claims May's Brexit plan threatens the functioning of the EU. Image, France 24 Getty. You cannot have the benefits of Norway with the obligations of Canada. Natalie Loiseau tweeted, "From the very beginning, the EU offer has been a Canada deal, much further reaching on trade, internal security and foreign policy cooperation. This is a true measure of respect. And this offer remains in place." Writing for the Sunday Express last weekend, former Brexit Secretary David Davis claimed the Prime Minister had deceived the British electorate into thinking there was never an alternative to her Chequers proposal that did not entail leaving the EU without an agreement. In response to President Tusk's tweet, Mr. Davis wrote, "This is what I have been saying since Brexit talks began. It gives me no pleasure to say I have been proven right." Yet, the Prime Minister told Andrew Marr in an interview there is no alternative to Chequers. "That's simply wrong. I asked my old department last year to analyze the best EU third country free trade agreements to create a template for a Canada deal so that the negotiations could be reset. I could see the EU trying to steer us into conceding everything the British people voted to get rid of. It was always clear they would use time against us. So we had to have a Canada-type deal to put on the table and to get them to explain why they had not offered one to us, as they had to other nations. Regrettably, number 10 has played right into their hands, and we have ended up with the Chequers compromise.